Alright guys, it's me again. You know me from my vlog and from my trips, and this is one of my best friends. It's Mounty, and he's very interested in the trips as well. So I thought, okay, why not do a video where we talk about the trip, where we talked about the future trips, and kinda have you as someone who is interested in the trip as well watch the video so you know what's going on basically. So how we're gonna start is, you can just introduce yourself quickly to the audience, how we get to know each other and so on, so that they have some kind of background on us, and then we will just talk about the trips. Every question that you have, just ask me, I will respond to you.
Yeah, hi guys. So I'm Mounty, and me and Neal met in Oxford, the school he dropped out of. Quite funny story. Basically what happened is I had one neighbor, and then he changed the room, so Neal moved to my room, and since then we've been quite close friends. So yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it was a boarding school in Oxford.
Yeah.
And after I dropped out from there, I didn't really drop out from there, I went back to Germany, did like 4, 5, 6 months of the last year here in Germany, and dropped out like a couple months before the exams, but because I was like, okay, I don't need school. But yeah, so you've seen a lot on IG. In regards to the trips, what was like your impression? Let's start like that, so there is some starting point where we can talk about.
The first thing I really noticed is it looked really friendly, you know.
Yeah.
I really noticed it looked like everyone has had such a great time. Everyone is together. The groups is like one bond. They're all together. They enjoy the time. It didn't look like this typical, I don't know, what should I say, business trip or something, where it's just about like, I don't know, just being like focused on work and work. It looked like literally like, you know, like a trip you have with your class. Everyone, like girls and boys, are all together, all having fun, different activities. Of course, it was high society, like it looked high class, because you didn't do like stupid shit and when, I don't know, blackout drunk to clubs or something, what most people would do in Bali. It looked classy, but still with a nice vibe behind it, you know?
It looked classy.
Yeah.
Do you know why I repeat that? Because the brand that I'm building with that is called WithClass.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like the brand behind of it. We do everything with class, you know? So I 100% agree with that. So when people think about trips like that, they think about something superficial. Okay, I'm coming there, models are there, other entrepreneurs are there. It kind of has, like, when you think about it, you might think it's artificial. But if you organize a trip the right way, you invite the right people, it's not superficial. It's not like boring, only talk about business stuff.
Yeah.
It's actual fun with people that you want to have fun with. And not with randoms like from your hometown where they don't really achieve anything in life.
Yeah.
They're not like adding to your life. No, it's with actual people who have value, who can bring value to someone else. And yeah, in that scenario, it's quite hard to actually make it like a friendly thing, and not where everyone just networks and makes new business. No, it's a friendly thing. If you want to do more business with other people, you can. But the main thing is to make a group, to have good connections, and to actually have something which you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You know, with people that on the model side look good, and with guys who can actually afford to do stuff like that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like, even when we spoke about it, I find it super cool that now you have built such a big community where you basically have people around the globe. Like, how cool is that? Like, when you have just numbers and Instagrams, you know, and you can just contact them, and they will like actually reply to you. Yeah, I don't know. You told me you can go to, for example, Denmark, and then you have people there. You know, like everyone knows that if you go to like a place,
I was just saying hi to the people from Denmark.
Everyone knows that if you go to a place, you have to like socialize and everything, and that's a cool thing as well. But like, if you already go to a place and you have people there who are from the place, they're gonna show you what is actually great about the place. Because as a tourist, you will never know what is like the special thing about this city, what is the best restaurant, what is the best sightseeing you can do, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So you have people who can already show you around, which is so cool and super fantastic.
Yeah, and all around the world, If you have some Instagram account with a lot of, let's call it social proof, with a lot of people on the Instagram account with followers to some degree, you will always be able to network very well, you know. And when I did the trip, if you compare my IG before to my IG now, it's way better. I have to be honest, my IG before was very good, but now it's way better, and now I can network with even more people. Because my IG is even better. And it's just gonna be better and better and better with all the trips that are coming.
Yeah, because IG is so important nowadays. It's like It's basically like your business card if you think about
Yeah.
it. It's like your personal card, you know. Like back then, people would hand out their business card, and they
Yeah.
still do nowadays. But especially like with IG, just type in, and maybe it's not the best thing, but like from the first thing you see on their Instagram,
Yeah.
you're gonna judge them by what you see, right? And you don't want to have like this typical fucked up IG where there's no class behind it, there's no interesting part about it. Like in most IGs, it's just like one place, and they post pictures from like, I don't know, the way they went to like one restaurant in the city, and then maybe, I don't know, to some site in their city. But if you have the IG like you do, where you can actually, where you have different city, different worlds, then you have like, I don't know, a picture with 20 girls, for example, and all of them are from different cultures. You can see it by their skin and everything. How cool is that? Like, not a lot of people have that.
Exactly. Yeah. And you get that by doing trips like that.
100%.
Otherwise, it's really impossible to have that kind of IG.
100%, 100%. So tell me, how was it? Just walk me through the trip, because it sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you arrived there, you don't know anyone basically.
Yeah.
Because
I kind of know people.
yeah, texting on Instagram you can't really.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like this opening it.
Yeah.
So you arrive, basically don't know them. How did it go?
So, obviously, I was there before in Bali to kind of establish some presence already. And before I did my own trip there, I joined an event, just an event for one day, and brought like, I think around 8 people to the event, which I've not met before. It was the first time meeting them. So it's a lot of new people, but it's great because you already have a lot of connections. And usually I'm a person who works a lot, you know, and when I'm working, I'm not with people. So I was like, okay, the one day I'm going to be somewhere, I got to meet as much people as possible. And based on that, I had already some understanding about Bali. So even people who joined the trip just for a couple of days, I knew them before, you know, I met them. And meeting these people there in Bali is different than meeting people in Germany. You know, here, nobody has a dream.
Yeah.
People who are somewhere, Dubai, Bali, Miami, they have a dream. They want to achieve something.
Yeah.
They actually are people who, not like an NPC who is just there doing 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No, they actually want to achieve something. They work towards it, and it's a pleasant, full experience meeting people like that. And when I then was at the villa, I've been at the villa like 2 days before already with 2 of the girls. I get to know the villa before I'm there to kind of establish what's going on there, what's with the rooms, how's everything, how will the group dynamic work, and so on. So it was very nice before. And the day before the trip actually started, I've seen the most beautiful sunset ever. Like literally, I told you, the most beautiful sunset ever.
Yeah.
And as you've seen in the vlog already, when people come, hi, you hug, you get to know them a bit, you talk a bit with them, they get like their welcome drink. It's a very nice gesture, I think. And then you get them to the room, show them the room that they have. Maybe there's a change of the rooms. If they don't like the room, we have other rooms as well. And they first chill, because on the day they arrive, people usually want to chill because they had a long flight, you know. So on the first day we did like a dinner, and with the dinner we had a fire show actually. So I think that was pretty nice to kind of start it off in a way where people can relax, but at the same time experience something. That was the idea behind of that. And yeah, it was very comfortable. You know, I don't know if it's me or if it's the people I invite, but I had no problem with anyone. Everyone was very comfortable. You could talk to everyone. It was a nice experience in the beginning already, and I think it's all about framing. It's all about being yourself and actually talking to people and enjoying the conversation. If you don't enjoy it, don't have it. Like for real, if you don't enjoy the conversation, don't have it. Talk about something else. Yeah. Like networking or talking to people is not. You don't have to force yourself into something. You have to actually enjoy the thing you're doing, and then you can do more of it.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy the conversation with the person, just talk about something else. Very simple. And that's kind of how you have to manage all of that, and how you get a great feeling from the start.
Yeah, super important. Networking is really cool and really important, because most people, they find friends at school, and then for the rest of their life they just spend time around them. That's not good. That's not a good thing. Like if you remember, like the video you showed me where you speak in front of the people at the table, that's super important. Yeah, that's super important. Not a lot of people can do that. Like literally there are 20 girls and boys sitting there, right?
Yeah.
All of them pretty girls. The guys are respectable people.
Yeah.
Not just some losers.
Yeah.
And being able to stand up and proudly speak with your voice, with your, it's super important.
Yeah.
And that comes from putting yourself in such positions, because if you only chill in your city, if you do nothing besides, let's say even if you're successful, like what's the point of being successful if you just with the people you've always been around, right?
Yeah.
Of course you have your day ones, that's true, but you also need to learn how to socialize, because that's super important even for business. Of course, if you don't know how to talk around people, they will never want to make business with you, right? So yeah, super cool thing, and you're definitely one of those persons who knows how to socialize with people and how to make people comfortable.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn, of course you learn.
Bro, like I said, he knows me a long time, so it wasn't always like that, and I didn't really like to talk to a lot of people, do the small talk stuff. I have to be honest, I don't like small talk. You know, when I talk, I usually talk deep.
Yeah.
Usually, never I talk small talk with people, because I don't like it, and that's why I'm not doing it. I talk more deep. Like obviously you have like some small talk, but I try to transition very quickly. Or I have fun while talking in some kind of way, or talk about anything else, like business sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even when you're there with the girls, you can talk business. You know, you can talk about specific things where you get their experience on some things as well. It's not like it's not invaluable. It's not, how do you say it in English? Some people would think, okay, these are just models. No, you can actually talk with them. You have to understand that you can actually talk with them about interesting things, and they are interesting as well. You know, and that's some kind of misconception I always see when people want to join a trip. It's about the girls. You know, I want to see a girl there, meet a girl. No, you have to think more logically. You are in a nice environment. Obviously, you know, when you're in that environment, after a couple of trips, there's high likelihood that one of the girls likes you. If the girl likes you, fine. If you like her too, fine. You know, but I wouldn't force it, and I wouldn't come to a trip just because of a girl.
No,
you know?
definitely not.
That's something you shouldn't do. And I think if you want to do that, you're at the wrong place. And I don't want the people who join my trip to feel like they're getting there to be the girlfriend for a boy or anything, or the other way around. I don't want that. But it actually happened last time. But it happened in a natural, organic way where that was not the premise. It was not the goal.
Yeah.
You know? If your goal is to find one, usually you don't find one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just naturally happen.
Yeah.
100%. So what activities did you do?
So I can walk you through everything. We did a lot of nice stuff. Like I said, like dinner on the first day. We had what's my grandpa doing? I don't think we can hear it on the camera, but whatever. On the first day we had a nice dinner with a fire show. It looked amazing. Second day we had picnic in front of the second villa. You have to think about it, bro. I had second villas next to each other. It's amazing. And then we had pizza coming, like a guy who is doing pizza. We met some new people. The one guy had like 1 million followers on IG. He's a Russian guy. And he had his friend with him as well. So interesting people also joined us from time to time. It's also a networking opportunity for everyone who joins. And then in the end of that day we had the wine and paint. And then after the wine and paint we did some spaghetti. I was like, okay, everyone ate spaghetti already, or noodles or pasta or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put 3 different kinds on one plate. Nobody's doing that. I literally, bro, I had like 1 plate for everyone had a plate, and 3 different kinds were on that plate. Super stupid somehow, but I thought it's interesting. You know, it's something that's it's kind of fresh.
Yeah. Gives a fresh taste.
Yeah, and afterwards, that was like the second day, and obviously you have in between all of these things, you talk to people, you get to know them, you sit with them. Maybe you play volleyball, you play football with the ball, you're in the water, you're in the pool, you smoke shisha or whatever. You just do something which is interesting and gets to socialize. You get to socialize with everyone there, and that's kind of amazing. That's even more amazing, to be honest, than the activities themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
And but yeah, on the third day we had the quad tour, and we did swing. So that means We had like these in Bali. There are these big swings where you can swing around and take good pictures. That's what we did, and we nearly came too late. Quattro was very, very wet. Everyone liked it besides me, because I was like, bro, I paid for the fucking swings. All the girls have to get ready, we will be late, and so on.
Yeah.
So obviously the stress about organization is on me, not on the people who are there, only on me. And yeah, it was amazing. We had also, on the Quattro, had some beer. Bintang, that's like the local beer that most people drink there. Coconuts, so you drink a lot of coconuts in Bali.
Yeah, coconuts are sick.
Yeah, I love them. And on the 4th day, if I remember correctly, let me just rethink. What did we do? The Porsches arrived in the morning, so we were driving around with them and the girls, and nearly all of the girls, I think all of the girls were in the Porsche for some time. If you weren't in the Porsche, I'm sorry. Next time you will be. But yeah, what else happened? Then the catamaran party happened. Like 3-4 hours with a catamaran, cruising around, having fun, having a dinner on the catamaran as well. Another person joined there as well. Like through the days we had more people join here and there, not only the group. Like in the blog I said, I invited 5 people and nobody showed up. I had local people who came, and it is not like we didn't have any guys there. We had guys there as well from time to time, not the whole trip. These were my 2 camera guys who were super nice, both of them amazing guys, and even though they were there to do the camera stuff and to do photos of everything, like they were part of the group.
Yeah, which is cool.
Like
which
actually
makes it
people part of
enjoyable
the
for
group,
them
and
as
not
well.
like a cameraman. Like he and both of them were part of the group.
Yeah,
And that's what I love, having people with us there. And after the catamaran party, we did the movie night, but the projector didn't work.
Nice.
Like the people came in again, changed it, didn't work again, but on the next evening it worked. Next day we actually had a helicopter trip planned, with like a picnic on a beach. They cancelled the day before.
Yeah.
Like I came home after I drove someone to their place, because we had someone else at the catamaran party as well. And I wanted to drive a bit more with the Porsche, so I drove that person to her place and went back to the trip. And at the movie night nothing happened, and then when I arrived home at the villa, I got the text, "We can't do the helicopter thing." I'm like, guys, I paid you. What's going on?
What did they say? Why?
Oh, it's a normal. They always excuse themselves. It's normal. So they basically scam people. They don't have what they promise you in Bali, and then they say, okay, we have that other option the day before, so that you're bound to do that. But I said, no, I'm not going to do that. It's not what I want. I wanted 3 helicopters, all in the air, so we can take pictures of each other as well in the helicopters and have the guys do amazing content. That was the plan. But just one helicopter, it doesn't make sense, I'd rather have another helicopter to another trip where we can have multiple helicopters. That's way better. But instead we went to a very fancy restaurant, amazing restaurant in front of the volcano there, and had good food, all ate together. Nice table. We also got good shots for all the content that we did. And then we kind of chilled at the villa, We had the projector working again, we did football, we did volleyball, smoked shisha, the normal stuff, little parties and so. So I also bought a lot of alcohol for the parties, of course. But yeah, I know you like that.
Definitely. Alcohol can't be missing.
Yeah, and then on the last day, afterwards it was like departure day. It's morning, you eat and you depart, basically, because you have to think about all these things, these villas that you rent. You arrive usually at around 3-4 in the afternoon, and then you go in like 11-12 in the morning. So it's like an Airbnb or a hotel. You arrive at the time and then you leave at that time. But yeah, that's basically the whole itinerary that we had. Like all the activities that we have were that, and it was amazing. Like everyone knows the content, and it looked great. It was great, and I enjoyed it, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it sounds super fun. Like all the activities. What I like about it is like there are activities where all the people are together. That's
Exactly.
really cool. That's really cool. Like even the quad and everything, people like 2 to 3 people. Was it 2 to 3 people on one quad?
Two people on one quad.
Yeah, 2 people being on one quad. Then the catamaran, of course, everyone is together.
Yeah.
Everyone has to like talk, everything. No, it's a super cool thing. And the way you planned it also makes sense. Like you don't want you don't want people to arrive at the place and then after the first 2 days be like exhausted. You don't want that. Everyone has like this kind of social battery. I know everyone knows what I mean. And that's just this place where you just don't want to be around people anymore. You don't want this to happen like at the second day, because then people will just be like, oh no, we're not gonna do this activity. Let's just stay at home, etc.
That's so interesting. Yeah, 100% agree. Nobody said that to any activity.
Yeah, that's why the planning was really good.
Nobody said it to any activity.
Yeah. But mostly it
no, I actually was so surprised about that. I planned that maybe like 2 or 3 people sometimes say, oh no, but everyone went to every activity.
Definitely. And especially like even the content you get from there looked super sick. Like everything, and it's something for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
It's just to level up your Instagram game. It has so many benefits. It has benefits if you're a guy. It has benefits with girls, of course, because if a girl looks at your Instagram and sees you are an interesting person, it's super important, right? But then also for business, but also for girls at the same time, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of girls, you told me, a lot of the girls there do social media, which is smart because they were pretty girls.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna use it. Yeah. It's completely fine, and it's completely fine that it's smart that you rented like a camera guy or hired a camera guy. Yeah. So he can actually create professional content. Yeah. So they can use it, you can use it. It's like a mutual benefit.
Exactly.
Right?
And by the way, on the last day, we also, because I was like, okay, we don't have the helicopter thing. I also got a friend of mine there who is he's professional photographer. He does amazing pics, and he did pics of 4 or 5 girls. Fucking amazing. Sorry, but they are amazing. One of the girls was like, I don't like his Instagram account. Bro, these pics were amazing. I can show them to you later, but no, I'm for real, they were amazing, you know. And she also got convinced to do the pics with him because she saw like a bit more after she looked a bit further in the Instagram account, but it was very good. So we had to obviously improvise because if the helicopter tour is not happening, we have to do other stuff, you know. Nice restaurant, get a photographer there who does the pictures of the girls. So it was like kind of the compromise that we had to do.
Definitely. So what are the plans? What is the future?
The future?
The future, yeah. Let's talk about the future. And pass the Coke, please.
No, where is this one? No.
So probably not the empty one.
Yeah. So the plans are very simple. We will do more trips, better trips. We will have exclusive trips and we have the big trips. So basically, part of the trips will be smaller to get to know the people more in depth. And the other trips will be the big ones with more people, where you basically have crazy stuff happening all the time. And we will see which ones are more fun. So basically big trips and exclusive trips. That's what's planned. For example, the next one, I've already been in Croatia, did a bit of scouting at the villas and looked at the areas, looked at the restaurants around these villas there. The exclusive villa looks amazing, has a nice, beach area there. It's obviously a little stony beach, it's Croatia, you know, there's no sand that often. No. But it's amazing, you know, you have a big stone there as well, where you can take great pictures. You drive there through like a separate area. It's pretty safe, and Croatia overall is safe.
Croatia is wonderful.
Yeah. And the other one, bro, it looked even better on the pictures, in real life than on the pictures. So the pictures are crazy, but when you are there, it looks even better. Yeah. You know, and they don't even have pictures of the gate, and the gate even looks amazing. I can see like where we have the Range Rover, where we have the G-Wagon there, the Porsche. I can already see it.
The vision is there.
Yeah, these cars will be there. Then we will go to a lake there. We will fly with a helicopter again. Not again. I've flown so many times. I actually flew one myself. So little flex here or so. But we have a lot of stuff going on there when we're in Croatia. And these are like the 2 things, the main ones that I have planned for the future. And how these trips work obviously is you get all the guys together who want to go on the trip. These guys share the costs for the trip because the girls don't pay. And I think it's just better that way. And it has a better dynamic for the group. And once everything is sorted, we had a little cut in here because we had to go to the toilet quickly. Wait, this klingt gay.
Aber 2 Jungs, Digga. Wir waren gerade so auf Toilette. Wir hatten einen Cut.
Okay, guys, we had a cut because We didn't have to go to the toilet. No, the camera somehow goes out after 30 minutes. We're not professional camera guys. We just record that for you guys, so you can enjoy and understand how the trip basically works. But yeah, so last thing I said is that I enjoy. I think it's better for the group that the girls don't pay and the guys share the cost. That's basically how it works, and I organize everything, I host everything, and if it doesn't work, I have the risk, you know. So that's kind of like my part of it. And at the same time, for these new trips, what we're gonna do is, once everyone has assembled themselves, basically, like once we have the group finished and everyone is in, then we will schedule out the date. Because I think that's better, you know, instead of just saying, okay, we have that trip on that date. No, once everyone says, okay, I want to join, they share the costs, they come in, and then we have a group chat. We decide on the dates where everyone can actually come, and then we go. Because otherwise you always have the thing like, oh, I have to do this on that date, I have to do this. And then you can't come because you have other stuff to do. That's not what we want. We kind of want to have these trips for the people that actually want to come. And we had that problem with a lot of people in Bali for the last trip. And I thought, okay, that's gonna solve the problem, you know? And yeah. So what else is interesting? What do you have in mind in regards to questions?
Which cities do you aim to go to?
Cities?
Yeah. What are your destinations?
Ah, yeah. First of all, Croatia.
Yeah.
You know the area around Makarska?
Yeah.
You know, there's like
Beautiful.
a very, it's the most beautiful area, I think.
It's beautiful. Guys, like everyone from Europe or even from the world, go to those hidden places. Don't go to those famous places.
Yeah.
Like everyone tells you about Paris,
Dubrovnik.
London, yeah.
In Croatia.
Go to those like hidden places, like for example Croatia. It's such a beautiful place. You would think it's like this poor place and nothing's there. It's super beautiful, super welcoming people, super beautiful. That's the places you want to go.
Yeah. And Croatia, first of all, 2 different trips will be there. And then we have a lot of other stuff. Bratislava. Bro, you've been with me in Bratislava many times.
Same thing.
It's so sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have like these restaurants next to the river, and then you have like the apartment building there, and there's the mall and everything. It's nice. But then you go shooting with the boys. What we're gonna do there is not like typical trip where we have a lot of girls with us. No, this is gonna be a gents trip. You know, obviously we will have girls at the parties that we have, but not for the whole trip. You know, because we will learn how to shoot. Actually, I didn't tell you, but there is like this training there where you can learn how to be kind of like in a group setting where you walk around and you learn how to shoot properly while walking.
You learn how to shoot each other.
No. You learn how to work in a group setting with your guys, and that's like a bonding experience, bro.
Yeah.
If you go with guys there, you're like best friends afterwards, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to create. And I think these gents trips pretty nice for people who want to join something and be part of something, because sometimes the bigger trips are expensive. So these smaller trips to Bratislava, for example, they aren't actually that expensive. You know, we will have 2 penthouses there and then the villa at the end, and we go cigarette smoking. We have a shisha there. We have party. We have a master class by 2 different guys there. I can also link them in the video here and just show the IG quickly. And the whole thing there is kind of different because it's for guys, but I think it's nice, you know.
Yeah.
You want to do guy stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be crazy for IG. It's going to be amazing for IG, but not crazy. I think the trips with the girls are better for IG.
I mean, it depends.
If you want to have more guy stuff on your IG, yeah, then it's better.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a girlfriend, maybe it's better as well.
Yeah.
But just depends on the guy. For me personally, I think the other ones are better for my IG, because I have a lot of amazing stuff with me myself. But yeah. Besides that, next year, Miami. I want to do a Miami trip.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about using the picture of the villa here right now in that moment, because that's gonna, I haven't showed you, I think, but that's gonna get people excited, to be honest. The Miami trip is gonna be amazing, and big as fuck. What else is planned?
Sorry, we cut this raus.
Why? No, we don't have to cut it out. Why did you laugh? Big as fuck?
Yeah, big as fuck, the way you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
And what did I want to say? What else is planned? Let me just think. Another Bali one is planned.
Do Thailand is bro. Trust.
No, I know Bali already. I know what to do there. It's
Yeah,
very
that's true. But
comfortable to
Thailand
do.
is also really cool.
We can do a Thailand one as well, but for me, Bali is currently the next destination that after Croatia, Miami will happen. Then Dubai is gonna happen. And besides that, for the next couple of months, we might do something in Mallorca, like how it's called in English, Majorca? I don't know. How do you call Mallorca?
Yeah, I think they just say it as Mallorca.
Mallorca? I don't
Mallorca,
know.
yeah.
They will know it because I
The
will
island
plan.
in Spain.
Yeah,
The island where everyone gets fucked up.
yeah. But we're not gonna do the fucked up stuff.
Yeah,
It's with class. It's not without class.
Exactly.
So
Not gonna be in those typical German bars,
Yeah.
screaming German
music.
public music.
No, something else. But yeah, besides that, I had something else planned for South America, which is gonna be amazing because South America you have like very good costs there. It's not that expensive, so you can get the costs down a lot. And that's basically it until around next year summer. And then next year summer there will be new trips, basically. And depending on when we have the groups assembled for these trips, obviously then they will happen. That's how it works, basically. Yeah. So these are the next destinations we have.
Sick. So what kind of people do you expect to come there? What kind of people do you want to be there?
Entrepreneurs
Yeah, 100%.
who want to kind of level up their personal brand, be around other entrepreneurs, be around beautiful people in terms of the girls as well, and people who, how do you say that? It's not. I don't want superficial people there. I don't want it at all. But people who want to achieve more in life. It's very important. Yeah, that's basically it. Someone who I can talk to, who I can connect with.
Yeah.
That's important for me. I don't want boring people.
Yeah, weird people, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be some kind of social.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to such trips. Because at the beginning we spoke about like learning how to socialize. But bro, if you don't know how to talk to someone, don't come to such trips. That doesn't
It's correct, but usually people learn that very quickly, even with me. Like people who aren't as good socially, because I'm there, I'm talking with them, usually they become very social.
Yeah, you're quite easy
honest.
to talk to, that's
Yeah.
true.
Usually.
Yeah, usually.
Sometimes it's hard,
Yeah,
but usually I am, yeah. Just depends on my mood.
definitely. What kind of girls do you want to be there? Blonde ones, I know.
Yeah, the best looking ones, because you kind of want the best looking ones for the content, and then besides that, obviously the most pleasant ones, pleasant and good looking.
Yeah.
That's it, basically, and I became friends with a lot of them, I would say with all of them, with some more, with some less, but with all of them, and some of them will come to the next trips, already planned. So yeah, it's an interesting, and then also besides that we will do like weekend stuff, like the Munich weekend I posted about. We actually wanted to do it already, but then I was like, okay, why not do it bigger with more people? So we're gonna do a Munich weekend as well. We do weekend stuff sometimes, and Paris weekend, London weekend, Copenhagen weekend.
Yeah.
For real, I'm gonna be in Copenhagen. Like I'm gonna be there, and we're gonna do like a lot of party stuff. The people who know. And also in Prague, we will have a networking event in the villa there, where I was already. I love the villa, very good. So there are a lot of stuff planned. It's not all about trips, it's also about events, And here in Leipzig, I've had the wine and paint night, we will have the cocktail making night, we will have the networking dinners here as well. So it's going to be very interesting, very quickly, because obviously it's your hometown. Usually in your hometown it's very hard to establish that kind of environment, but I find it very easy with my IG now. You connect with people and get them in and interested in that. Even though in Germany, here in Leipzig, you usually never have something like that. It's like kind of the first thing here to happen. It's like when I go to a club with 6 girls and I'm in the guest list.
Yeah.
That's not normal in Germany.
It's not normal in Germany.
Especially not in Leipzig.
Yeah. So people from Germany get out of Germany, do things like this. Germany is boring as fuck.
Or you come to Leipzig to me.
Yeah. That's probably the only place in Germany.
Yeah, Munich is nice as well for some people.
Yeah, Munich is.
I know some people there in Munich. That's pretty nice. But yeah, what else? What comes to mind?
We talked basically about everything.
You talked about a lot, but so obviously. Then let me just ask some questions. What do you think so? Because obviously feedback is always important. When you look at the pictures, is there anything where you would say weird?
No.
Nothing.
No, not at all. Like again, when I looked at the pictures, I got this feeling of a bunch of friends came together,
Yeah.
planned a trip,
Yeah.
and just went onto the trip
Yeah.
in a classy way.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like this.
I know.
It was, but it was cool at the same time because I feel like there are a lot of trips where they do, as we already said, it's like only focus on like this business and everything, and it's like super tense. It's not fun to be there. But like with this trip, it just felt like, yeah, that's the place I want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the goal basically.
That's the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, and the people will see the vlog and they will also get the same feeling.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so if you don't have any questions anymore, then we can wrap it up. If you at home have any questions, then let me know. I will answer all of them. We can hop on a call and talk about what you think, what you want to do at a trip. If you are a person that should join a trip, even, you know. Sometimes people should do other stuff before, socialize a bit more, build up their IG maybe a bit more. It just depends. Some people can join without an IG. It's not that important, but it just depends on the person. So if you're interested, let me know. Then just text me on IG. You got my IG account. I will respond very quickly, and then we can go from there. And we both have to do something now, so we have to wrap up, and I have to actually start right now because we have to be there in an hour. But yeah, guys. So. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
See you guys.
That's the handshake.
So nice.
Alright. And if you want to see what we've done in Bali, check out this video.